Relax, trust in the Most High, He got your back. Praying fast when you under attack.
Hey, have you heard about the crazy new way to send a message today? It's flashed on a screen, too quick to see, but still you get it subliminally.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 59 Chevy.
See it?
Isn't it beautiful?
You used a subliminal cut.
Oh, quite a few subliminal cuts from some photos I made.
Okay, class, today we are going to talk about subliminal advertising.
What's that?
Scully, are you familiar with subliminal messages?
You mean like sex and ice cubes of liquor ads?
Why would anyone want this shit job?
Because it affords them other interesting opportunities.
Like splicing single frames of pornography into family films.
Yvonne et Miage. They keep saying that. Let me play this backwards.
Join the Navy.
They're recruiting people with subliminal messages.
Oh, what do you expect? Those bastards turned a whole generation of Americans into smokers with their damn subliminal advertising.
Subliminal. It's a subliminal message broadwave to trigger.
I've been seeing this code pop up all over the last few weeks. It's Alliance, and it's high military.
Subliminal advertising complete.
In what observers call a first-of-its-kind trial, attorneys today told a Nevada court that two troubled young men who shot themselves in 1985 were influenced by subliminal messages in a rock and roll album.
The members of the British rock group Judas Priest listened in a Nevada courtroom today as one of their recordings was described as a killer.
They heard you have to die to be a hero.
And they had played over and over and over again this stained glass album, particularly a song, Better by You, Better Than Me. Now, what had happened is the two at a point had looked at one another and they had chanted, do it, repeatedly, do it, do it, do it. Had taken their father's shotgun, had left, gone to the schoolyard, propped shotgun underneath Belknap's chin, pulled the trigger, killed himself. Vance hesitated. He didn't brace it. It blew the front of his face off.
I would like to call certain people murderers. I feel that they murdered Ray.
Are there subliminal duets on the Better By You, Better Than Me song?
Absolutely not. I heard the word, do it, the words do it, but I didn't understand in what context or why it was there. I identified approximately 7 of them. It's very difficult because it is at a subliminal level.
The group, Judas Priest, admitted that they had used subliminal messages on other recordings, just not this one.
It is the claim of subliminal messages that propelled this case to trial. Similar lawsuits claiming rock music caused damage have been thrown out of court because lyrics are protected as free expression under the First Amendment. But the judge in this case says subliminal messages are not protected as free speech. What is really on trial here is the whole concept of subliminal persuasion.
The courtroom is no place for reveries about the unknown capacities of the human mind. We took the judge into the control room and played all of the 24 tracks that were mixed to make this record, and showed the judge how, you put, it was actually at the end of a vocal, and so there was an exhalation of breath combined with a guitar sound and then if you listen to that with the thought in mind, the suggestive thought in mind that it says do it, you can hear "Do It."
So yes, it was there. And that's what made me so puzzled when the judge concluded that if it was there accidentally. That made no sense to me at all.
CBS never produced the original master. The original 24-track master would have been required in order for us to determine whether it had been intentionally placed there or it was indeed a coincidence of sound.
And so I argued that it was the straw that broke the camel's back. And the judge decided, look, they had all kinds of reasons to harm themselves, and to make a case for that alone, it didn't hold water.
Prosecution have alleged us and tried to paint this picture of drug-crazed Satan worshippers, and nothing could be further than the truth. It's absolutely ridiculous and bizarre. And people just don't appreciate that, you know, we're humans with feelings like everybody else, and we don't all sing about love.
We would get power from our emotions would just soar with the music, and then they'd go up and down and up and down, and it was like a drug, like a narcotic.
Did you understand what he said? He said, looking back now, the music would almost drive you crazy.
Drive you crazy?
Well, yeah, it did. I wanted to climb the walls. I couldn't stand it. And his behavior would just change.
And you can't always blame it on the parents, you can't always blame it on the music industry, you can't always blame it on movies and television, but all these things we have to acknowledge are influential factors on children and their decisions. So all of these things should be looked at and considered.